Okay, so I will, so we can jump in, no new faces. Multi-arch wise, there have been some wrinkles in terms of like the npm install, I think was the first one that we added some of the multi-arch, and Costas has been working on, like there were some PRs to Freezer and Oakham, and yesterday I think some of those landed, but yesterday he told me there's some problem with the Go dependencies, like ones that there's one that was pinned because of something, like it was, one of his dependencies was deleted, but then some of the other ones are conflicting and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, that's sort of the main blocker right now, I think.
Yeah, and colleague of mine, we looked yesterday at some of his pull requests. He still has a couple of open ones
Yeah.
for GitHub config, for example, and some of them are quite large and not that easy to just review. So we are in process of looking at this one.
Yeah, no, good to hear you're looking at them. Uh, like if it helps, because it always helps me, if you wanted to get like Costas on the call and say like, hey, walk me through the change to explain what's going on and that kind of stuff, I'm sure he'd be happy to do that. So
Yeah, did probably because actually yesterday I just said to a colleague that probably I will just ask Kostas tomorrow if he can give us some head start, or
yeah,
maybe if we can just approach him because we have now in a team two tools maintainer, which might then come handy for a GitHub config because
yeah,
Conti, I guess only Foresters left.
yeah, I know that would definitely be good. So yeah, I know, like I'd say just shoot an email. I wouldn't mind listening in too. I've looked at some of them, like sort of as they landed in the UBI. uh, the ones, and I can totally understand how sometimes there's a lot there. So sort of just walking through and saying, yeah, this is
Yeah,
doing.
maybe a head start from his to walk through helps a lot, probably. Yeah,
Okay.
that's so.
So we'll try to set up time to
Well, yeah.
go through with Costas. Okay, that sounds good. Fixing some issues in Freezer. So let's see, Freezer, Oakham, and now some Go dependency issues. So I think that's our major strategic thing we're working on, is to get the multi-arch in. Anything we should chat about underneath that, or?
Nothing I'm aware of.
Okay, I'm
Comes
going
to
to
my
open
mind
up,
right now.
just opening up our issue for things that we've tagged to take a look at. And I think the last one is ARM support for Node.JS Buildpacks. So I think we already covered that. And I don't think there's anything else there. Is this one? Wait a sec. Right. Yeah, I don't think there's anything. Okay, so nothing probably thing to discuss. And then I'm just gonna pull up issues and I can share that. Hold on, I gotta close that out. See how well this works. Maybe slightly bigger. Okay. Okay, so I think this is the issues that, as of last night anyway, that were not just update type ones. So if we look, we got our main ARM64 ones we already talked about. Under npm, so create package, I guess that was
Okay,
we did
that
have
one I opened. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, so create package is something that, like, it's not used by the regular build packs, but somehow it's used by in general in build packs to create things,
Yeah,
or
and we in our release process we call it, we use it because we not able to use gem because of the need for Docker team. And I realized that the way Costas added this argument will not work because the bash interpreted it wrongly, and probably in his case it doesn't. It's not called at all.
Yeah, so is it like, I'm just trying to see, like, I'm gonna open that up because it would be worth to spend a few minutes to help me understand the specific issue. Eight 56, right, okay. Now, is create package a script? It's not a script in the repo, is it?
No, create package is a binary.
Okay, so it's a
Um,
binary.
it's a binary. I guess I always have to search. It's once I don't have it installed, I have to search where it's actually coming from. That's true.
So do you know what it used? So does it, okay, I see you've got your own build. So what is it that's broken that? Like, can you,
Um, I just opened the issue. Is it an npm install? Or could you open the issue? Maybe
sure.
sharing the screen anyway. I I hope I actually. Ah, yeah, there's this property pre-package, and that's by default is calling the build sh or something. And Costas changed this pre-package metadata to add some arguments, but the shell interpreting the whole string as binary name. So it's the argument is part of the binary, and then
Those
it
metadata
will
in
it
here?
will fail with build sh minus target is not found or something like that.
Where is that metadata file?
That's part of the Buildpack terminal, I guess.
Okay, so if we look, okay, I just want to get
If you
very
look at the Buildpack terminal, there
right.
should be a pre-pack. This one by default is .script build sh, and then the whole string is interpreted as a binary, and then the shell does not find a binary called build sh minus target. So there's no
Okay, and is this,
tokenization happening.
so do you think this is used at all in the,
The create package will check the metadata and call pre-package. And if you don't you don't use create package, that shouldn't be a problem. But when you call create package, it will automatically call pre-package.
so I guess my question is, do you think just, if I look here, let's look at the blame.
Should be introduced by Costas, I guess.
Right, so here is this, right? And then if I go back
It
to,
wasn't there before. It was even okay, but it was a script built as
right,
yeah.
okay. So, but I guess okay, so the fundamental question that I have is, do we need that? Like, do we need that prepackaged for anything that we did to get the, like, what is being run to build the build packs working? If you know what I mean, like that,
I mean, okay, yeah, it's only if you call create package in the first place, but I guess
right?
create package should work also with multi-arc. So I guess it should be needed, but probably it would be a fix in the create package to just tokenize the pre-package before calling the shell.
Right. Okay. I think I see what's happened. So, okay. So in particular, the issues line, this line in the build pack.toml file. Right. So I think now, okay. So now I may be understanding how because I do think in the build, so in the build, the scripts build.
Yeah, there's some handling
Right,
on
so
the of
there's
this
some
target
new
arc.
parameters, right, which are like,
Yeah.
okay, because we want to build it with the different ones. In the create, like in what you're running, and I guess yeah, it doesn't use the. I mean, we'll have to figure out over time what the answer is to get like because if you're gonna what would you need to do if you want to use create package to create for all the architectures?
Probably that should then work with uh, the build has probably to add this argument line, but probably then currently the prepackage cannot have any argument
Right.
because the tokenization shouldn't be even a big change probably. I will probably the next time I have some time look at the create package stuff where it's actually called.
But it
Maybe it's
sounds
as
like
simple like
yeah,
tokenization and using the arguments, only the first token is binary name, the rest is argument.
right. That would make the most sense to me. I guess the other option, like the other short-term fix we might be able to do is to say if build, what happens if you don't specify a target?
If you don't let it twice, then it would have to look at the build pack terminal. But yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I guess that or like right now it basically says, okay, tell me the targets. But I think we could also possibly make it so that if there's no targets, it just has those hard-coded like it adds those two that were
What it does, if you scroll a bit down, if
yep,
no targets are there,
yep,
it will default to only AMD. A bit up, line
right.
60 or something.
Okay, so right
Yeah,
now it defaults to just AMD.
50. Yeah, yeah, which is probably fine because it was the old behavior.
Right, okay. So I'll talk to Costas, like I guess the short term may be just in the build packs TOML if we just remove these targets. What
Yeah,
I'll have to
then
check
you
with
don't.
him if that'll still work, but
But then, yeah, if you don't use grid package in the first place, it will work. But with grid package, you won't be able to multi-arc properly. Yeah, but
yeah, so
next
which way
time
I
I
mean
have time, I will look at grid package and
right.
maybe then reintroduce these arguments.
Okay, so you want us to just leave it as is until you take a look or
Either that or what costs us opinion on that, but maybe we just remove it. And then once I fix the grid package, we could re-add.
okay.
And
Yeah,
in
I think
your
I'm
workflow, if I understood correct, you're not using grid package in the first place.
okay. Yeah, I'm meeting with him later, so I'll just confirm that like we don't think that's going to break anything else, but otherwise that seems like a reasonable fix in the short term.
Yeah, if it's used in other contexts, that might be a good reason to rethink. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Okay. Sounds good. Great. So that's good. Let me go back to, I'm going to close that. Okay. So we talked about that one. I don't think any of these other ones are new. So sort of coming that they're on our list, but NPM start, nothing, Aaron start. I think these, I don't see anything new there. Good to get to, but
Sounds familiar, yeah.
this one, yeah, nothing new. I don't think, let me just check this one, but I don't think that's new. Yeah, I know that's quite old too. Yeah. Okay, nope. I just want to close that down. Okay. So yeah, I don't think there's anything new there. So I think that takes us to the end of that list. So I don't think there's anything else there. Let's go back to any other issues to
Not that I can think of right now.
Okay, well then I'll say thanks for coming, and we'll talk to you again in a couple weeks.
Okay,
Yeah.
see you.
Okay, thank you.
Have a nice day.
Bye.